What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have all the people in this country unite under the fact no racism, no discrimination, no people that make billions when other people are suffering.
For that people to have honest conversations, to care about each other, and to have equal rights.
My American dream is an America where we fully engage the ideals of freedom, liberty, and justice for all people, not based on the color of your skin tone, your access to money and resources, your ability to pay your way through a legal system or a litigious process to obtain something like health care.
I hope America will be one day like Martin Luther King fights so hard for equality. We are all the same. We are all the same. There's no race, there is no nationality, nothing. We are created by God and we are all the same, and that's what we have to be in this country.
My American dream is that this truly does become a place where we can all coexist and have liberty and justice for all.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! I love you, tree. Don't worry, I know how precious you are. Oh! Hello, everyone. Groundhog Sam here. I'm just reassuring one of my favorite trees that no one is going to cut it down. That genius in the White House, Donald Trump's response to the California wildfires this week. Did you guys see that? He tweeted that we need to plug the rivers and clear the trees. What is he even talking about? There is no massive amount of water in California that's being diverted to the Pacific Ocean. And more than that, he wants to clear trees? What the hell is wrong with this guy? Getting rid of trees will not stop wildfires. The fires are not being caused by too many trees. The current Mendocino fires didn't even start in forests at all. They spread through brush and oak scattered grasslands before reaching anything that could plausibly be considered forest. I'm a groundhog. I spend the majority of my time in trees. Imagine all the people. Trees are my everything, and they should be yours too. So let me, Groundhog Sam, break down the benefits of trees. Besides being beautiful, trees offer social, environmental, and economic benefits. Humans feel a calming effect from being near trees, and it's even been proven that green spaces can also help lower the level of crime in urban environments. Trees provide privacy, views, reduce noise, and bring natural elements and wildlife to communities, which benefits the quality of life. Wildlife like me. And trees also help moderate climate, improve air quality, reduce stormwater runoff, and they harbor wildlife. Again, like me. It's even been proven that property values of landscaped homes are up 5 to 20% higher than those of non-landscaped homes. And trees provide shade, which lowers cooling costs for your home and reduces heating costs in the winter. They act as a windbreak. The fact that I, a groundhog, knows more about the benefit of trees than the President of the United States does concerns me. And it should concern you, too. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Brad's show live? It was incredible. Brad spoke to Dr. Mona Hanna Atisha. Dr. Mona is the daughter of Iraqi immigrants. She is the pediatrician who helped expose the Flint, Michigan water crisis. Her new memoir, What the Eyes Don't See, a story of crisis, hope, and resistance in an American city, is on Oprah Winfrey's top books to read this summer. Dr. Mona is a hero, and we will be hearing more about her life and career today. She's so inspiring. We also heard from the Brad Show Live Grannies Respond correspondents who were leaving the Immigration Detention Center in McAllen, Texas. They're on their way home now to continue to fight the Trump administration's policy of separating refugee families. What will be on today's show? You'll just have to watch and see. Enjoy!
Giving it up for the trees. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday. It is Brad Show Live. I am joined on Thursdays with the beautiful Belgium Kim.
The beautiful, the Belgium Kim.
The beautiful, the Belgium Kim.
She's here.
The beautiful, and on Thursdays, as everybody knows.
As everybody knows.
As everybody knows, it is the Grand Hustle Day. So Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias is hosting a party somewhere, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Enjoying himself, watching himself on television. He will be back with us Monday morning. In the meantime, I do have to say hello to everybody.
Yes, you do.
Hello. Dion, Jeff Mosey, Marsha Whitaker, Kira Smith. Barbara Lord says hello to everybody. And Denisha Castillo says hello. Jella Shauna says hello. Tanetso Bless Robinson. Christy Consali saying hello to everybody. Lisa Bling Rose. Jeff Bosey. He has a long comment here. What does he have to say? Either that's new, but I see a rodent coming out from behind the trash can next to Brad, just like a rodent always near the trash. Jeff Bosey watching our countdown very, very intently.
Yeah.
He is studying every move on that countdown. And yes, there is a rodent that pops up every so often. He's called Sam. Tamika Nelson, how you doing? Beverly, I hope Tamika's in a better mood. She was so angry the other day. I only know her as a loving, smiley woman who is, and she's, I don't know her as a caps writing.
She was caps writing.
I don't know her as the caps writing person.
She did just say, however, that Sam is the smartest groundhog in the world.
I would agree. I would definitely agree with that.
Wholeheartedly.
Carol Anderson, the Tiger. Su Wang Wang says, hello to all Brad Squad. Happy Thursday, you all. She could be a new person in our
No,
Su
I
Wang
haven't
Wang?
seen Su Wang Wang in months. Where
Really?
have you been, Su Wang Wang?
It's been so long, I don't remember Su Wang Wang.
Exactly.
Where's Su Wang Wang from?
Su Wang Wang is from Facebook.
From Facebook.
That's all I ever
Su
know.
Wang Wang from Facebook. Willie Williams. Guess it will start at some time. Yes, Willie. You know, what happens is when you spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, I'm not talking about 100 or 200,000. I'm talking about a lot more money than that building a studio. And the engineer says, you need to spend more. That's why your equipment doesn't start on time. Mm-hmm. And you look at him kind of like the groundhog looks at Donald Trump. Like, what? You kidding me? So hopefully we will get that resolved. In the meantime, that's why we had a little equipment problem. Tamika Nelson, I said hello already to you twice. Dawn Harriet and Denisha Castilla. And who else is saying hello to here? We haven't seen in a while. Marjorie Thompson. My phone is acting up at work. I'm not hearing anything right now.
Natalie Nichols is busy feeding babies while listening to Brad Show Live.
Okay, as long as Denisha's children are not bothering her, I think we're okay.
They
right?
know.
They know not to bother her. I know that. Cordella Douglas says, hello again, Brad, Kim, Jonathan, Tamika, Dion, Marsha, Carol, Wendy, Patrona, Barbara, Velma, Natalie, Marsha, Cece, Beverly, Christy, Deanna, Denisha, Lisa, Jeff, Groundhog Sam, Dawn, Jella, Peaceful Natalie, Jill, Willie, Ma Dukes, Marge, and Marjorie. Wow, I think she named the entire Brad Squad in that comment, right?
Yeah, Cordella Douglas killed it. I did
she
actually
killed it
see that
and named out the entire... Oh, Karen Saunders, our producer down south, is watching. Hello,
yes,
Karen.
she
How
is.
are you? And Belgium Kim popping in there. Who's she? Demba Sow is watching. Where's Demba from, by the way?
I don't know where Demba
I know he's not in the United States.
is-
I don't believe he's in the United States.
Well, Brad, you know what I can do better than most of them.
You can, what?
Facebook stalk.
You can stalk.
I'm a grade A Facebook
Okay,
stalker.
fine. Why don't you stalk? I'm curious where he's from. Okay, who is Ivanod Alvarez?
Ivanod Alvarez is new. I did not see that name before today.
Okay, so everybody, please welcome Ivanod Alvarez, who's saying hello to everybody. And now she has already complied with one of the requirements to be part of the Brad Squad.
Yeah.
She says hello.
Yep.
Now someone has to say hello back to her and then tell her to go join the Brad Squad in the Brad Squad Facebook page, and she can become a member of the Brad Squad.
Yes,
We have. Belgium Kim said we only had 464 members of the Brad Squad. Not true.
Not true.
Not
anymore.
true. We have like 530 or 540. We get about another 10, 20 every day.
We do. I want to see what our latest numbers are.
Sweet Destiny Hansel saying hello. Asset Lindo saying hello. Tanetso Blessed Robinson saying hello.
Beck Hutchinson is new.
Sankey White.
Sankey White, yeah.
Sankey. Whenever I see that name, it always makes me want to drink a cup of coffee.
Really? It always
Sanka.
makes me want to drink sake.
I think of coffee. Beck Hutchinson. Beck Hutchinson.
Beck Hutchinson. I think they're new.
Giving me hearts.
I know.
And thumbs up. We know Beck?
We don't. Clyde Bernard just shared into the Bradshaw Live group.
What about Donna Roden? We know her.
Oh, we know Donna.
Smiley Smith, how you doing? Who else? We have a lot of new people today.
My mom's in the comments. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
She said, Brad, you look great.
Thank you very much.
No love for Kim, your daughter, but it's cool.
Yeah,
Brad looks
good. I'm an honorary member of the Belgium Kim family.
You are.
I am. All right, Beck Hutchinson, I said, is saying hello. And
Alicia
Tamisha Theowell saying hello.
We love us.
Anna Nicole. Jella Shauna. Who is this a new person too?
Tell me.
Karinord Cherline.
Carino Charlene is new.
She is new.
Is new.
What
Absolutely.
about Alicia Hicks?
I think Alicia Hicks is new too. I like
Thelma Flores.
Thelma Flores. I feel like I have seen Thelma's name before, but it's been millennia.
Yeah. What I'd like for the Brad Squad to do, okay? Because I believe we're still welcoming, right?
I think so.
Right? It's not like the city council with Uber. We're not putting a cap.
Not at all.
There will be no cap on Brad Squad members like there are Uber rides now in the city.
The Brad Squad can grow to be unlimited.
Right, but Uber, that's it.
Uber, that's it. No.
Right, there is no more Uber cabs allowed in New York anymore.
Like there's a cap on it.
There's a cap
right?
now,
Yeah.
right? We're not putting the cap on it.
No cap on Brad Squad.
None. And everybody's saying hello to Xavier.
Party.
So let's say hello to Xavier. I didn't say hello to Xavier.
That's because Xavier Boss Johnson has not been in the comments as of late, and he just popped his little head back in. So hey.
So welcome everybody. So this is the time of the show where I ask everyone to share without getting kicked out of groups and getting frustrated. If you are overly getting frustrated by sharing, okay, share, but share to a different group. Share to a different person. Share to a different page.
To a different.
You're actually better off to share less to pages that don't know us than to share to the same page every day and get us kicked out. Right? Would you agree with that assessment?
I would absolutely agree with that assessment. And share to friends that you maybe haven't talked to in a while or haven't reached out. Don't share to the same people all the time. They know by now. Thank you.
And why do we ask everybody to share? Because Facebook screws us like the city council screws Uber. Okay? So unless you share, nobody knows.
Yep.
Nobody knows that that we're on the air.
Correct.
So it's either you know because you subscribe, or you know because somebody shares it to your page, or you know because of a seance that we did the other day.
And
Those would be the only three ways. So we ask people to share, and we will be getting to everybody's immigration questions very shortly at 1-800-529-5465. I do have to tell everybody that in case you were not aware of this fact, sharing is definitely caring. If you share, you care. If you snooze, you lose. Don't snooze and lose. Share and care. The other thing I'm going to ask everybody to do, if you are not a subscriber to Brad Show Live on Facebook, please subscribe right now. And if you want to be notified every time we come live on the air, not only do you like and follow us, but put us as, what is the words that they use on Facebook as like your number one priority?
Yeah, so it's a see first.
See first. Not C as in cat, but S-E-E. See first.
Yes.
Make sure you put that toggle on, because if you like and follow but don't say see first, you won't know that we come on. They won't send you the notification. The other thing is, I would suggest that everyone in the Brad Squad and everyone not in the Brad Squad go over to YouTube right now and subscribe. Why? Because starting next week, there will be some extra content live on YouTube that you will not be seeing on Facebook. So if you want to see the after show, there will be a show and an after show. But the after show will only be seen on YouTube. Why? because Facebook screws us like the city council screws Uber. Because as soon as we stop a show and then do a second after show, they screw us on our reach and everything. So we can only do one live show on Facebook, but we're going to do 2 live shows on YouTube right after we are done with our Facebook show at 7:30. You're going to get an extra 10-15 minute after show where we can just have a more intimate conversation.
Oh, it's going to be intimate?
It will be intimate. Yeah, we're going to turn the lights down a little bit in the studio.
Yeah.
We're going to light some candles.
Okay.
All right, we're going to burn the whole place down. But while we're burning it down and lighting the candles, we're going to have an intimate conversation with our Brat Squad.
Is this before or after the other seance that we end up doing with all the candles?
Yeah, no more seances.
Oh, okay.
No more seances.
I feel like we reached people with that seance.
I want you to know, since we've been doing seances, I've been having very bad dreams. And I don't know if there's a correlation between seance and bad dreams, but I think that's what it is.
Jonathan was like, I feel like we let the wrong spirits in.
It's possible. I've been having, I'm telling you, like I've been waking up. I'm like, who's there?
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, oh, it must have been a bad dream. But I'm seriously, since we've been starting this, so I'm no more seances.
No more seances.
Yes.
That's troubling.
Yes. So starting next week, so please subscribe to YouTube on Bradshaw Live. You subscribe to YouTube on Bradshaw Live. And everybody has YouTube, and you subscribe, and you will get to, if you enjoy the show and you can't get enough of Belgium Kim and Jonathan Yo-Yo Elliott, you're just like, I need more. More.
Of course.
I just need more. You know, it was like that skit in Saturday Night Live when what's his name goes, more cowbell, right? We just need more cowbell.
More cowbell?
More cowbell. You need more Belgium Kim.
I thought you were going to say you need more Belgium Kim more.
More Belgium Kim more. More yo-yo. Then you're going to subscribe to Bradshaw Live. All right, let's go to schmoozing, Belgium Kim. Okay, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Do not worry, anybody.
We got this.
We got this.
We're going to paint some word pictures for y'all. No worries.
As part of our fabulous new upgrade here on all of our equipment, we upgraded all our equipment today.
Yeah.
And since we've upgraded our equipment, nothing works.
The upgrade is fantastic.
The upgrade is it is so fantastic. It's a minimal upgrade. We just do the bare minimum now. So if you notice on today's show, we will not have any images. We will not have any fancy graphics.
No fancy graphics.
What we have is Belgium Kim waving her hands. So what we will be doing is, as I am talking, Belgium Kim, you do something to entertain people because we don't have any images.
Gotcha.
All right, DACA challenge.
Here I go.
And this is not the Pepsi challenge.
DACA challenge.
This is the DACA challenge. This is serious, actually.
Yeah.
A federal judge in Texas heard arguments on Wednesday. That was yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
About whether or not they should end the DACA program. 5 years after Obama started, Andrew Hannon, who was appointed by George W. Bush, he was the guy who ended the expanded DACA program and the DAPA program.
Right.
He heard arguments from 10 states that say that DACA is illegal. Now, if he ends the program, if it will only be in those 10 states
that have sued. Okay.
So there will be a DACA program in 40 states, and 10 states will not have a DACA program. And I don't know what he's going to do, but I can tell you I watched a few minutes of the arguments.
Yeah.
And I did not hear one thing. One thing. Now the states are saying that let's see. Here it is. The states are saying that. The states are saying, excuse me, I can't read anymore.
No, you're fine.
Okay, that they're suffering a bad hardship.
Because
of DACA.
DACA?
Right, and but they weren't able to actually say what that hardship was.
Right.
As a matter of fact, DACA is helping them because they are employing more workers and collecting more payroll tax. So if anything, it is a plus for states, not a minus. The only reason why DACA will end is because this guy, Judge Andrew Hannon, is an anti-immigrant judge. I don't want to call him racist. I don't know the man. I don't want to call him anti-minority.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, he is certainly anti-immigrant. So we will see what happens. But if it does end, it will only end in those 10 states.
Gotcha.
We have more people secretly audio taping Donald Trump.
Well, those are smart people.
Yeah, if I was Donald Trump, I would be doing hand signals from now on. First, it was Michael Cohen.
Right,
First,
yeah.
it was Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know what goods he has on the Trumpster.
Yeah. We
Okay,
still don't know.
we don't know.
Yep.
Now, Omarosa.
Okay.
Okay, from Apprentice fame.
How is she still here?
Also has taped Donald Trump. Multiple sources are saying that the Omarosa tapes, that's what they're calling them now, describe recorded conversations between Trump and Omarosa, but they did appear to be a little blunt by Trump. There are some blunt words and some words that maybe Trump may not want to come out. We don't know what those words are, what those sentences are. Omarosa's keeping it close to the vest. What do you think that Trump could have said to Omarosa that would be selling her tell-all book that's coming out very, very shortly called Unhinged? Now, Omarosa,
Yeah.
okay, Omarosa, she's saying, okay, that without commenting on any of the specifics.
Right. Of course. Not.
That Trump rambles,
You don't say.
speaks gibberish, and contradicts himself. Now, we need to read this book to learn that?
Right.
Don't we know that already?
Why? How has Omarosa stayed relevant for so long?
This is like Newsflash.
Right. He's incoherent and says gibberish.
He's gibberish and contradicts himself.
My
Come
God.
read my book.
Oh my God. I'm going to run out to the stands right
Yes.
now.
Right. So I don't know. Do we have any videotape of the panda? No
We
panda.
got nothing. Oh, we can't talk panda
Can't talk
without
panda.
the video.
All right.
I mean, we can paint a word picture, but I'm not verbose enough to
How would you be able to paint a word picture of a panda?
Of a panda? I mean, it's a picture the biggest panda mascot outfit you can think of. A man put himself inside of that for a mall and then tried to squeeze himself.
Yeah, we had such good stuff today.
Yeah.
Panda getting stuck in an elevator.
It's so good. It's so good.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio,
Arpaio,
whatever his name is,
whatever his
saying he was going to give oral sex to Donald Trump. Nope, we don't got that one either.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That's an amazing,
Well,
that's unbelievable.
I will say this.
Yeah.
We had a video on this, and thank God we can't play it, so I'll just talk about this one.
Oh.
All right, the serial farter, Kim. The mystery has been solved.
I didn't even know that there was a serial farter mystery.
Yes, there is a mystery farter.
Okay.
A mystery
Where?
farter. He is in the West Village in New York City. And according to the New York Post, there was a serial farter, and he was roaming around the West Village in New York, and he came out of the woodwork when people were walking by and making farting sounds and then running away. And people didn't know what the heck's going on. Like, all of a sudden, some guy would come running out, fart, and then run away. And people didn't know if it was like he was like getting off on this. I mean, this was supposed to be on Hump Day Wednesday.
Right.
But we'll do it today. All right. So, New York Magazine writer Kat Sofel posted on Twitter, I'm breaking my 2-year Twitter silence to share that I was hit by the West Village serial farter last night, and he is remorseless. This is like the guy from New York Magazine. I mean, can you imagine you're walking down the West Village and someone just farts in your face and then runs away?
There's just a farting man terrorizing the West Village.
Here is.
Wait,
It started when a local blog documented that it's happened 3 times, so it can't be a coincidence.
Okay.
There's some guy who I believe is playing a fart sound as he passes people as some sort of social experiment, and I think it's always the same fart sound. So he's not literally farting out of his tuchus.
It's probably a machine.
It's a machine.
Okay.
But people get really scared.
No
Okay,
kidding.
now the case has been cracked wide open. And it was exposed that a guy by the name of Phil Boucher.
Phil Boucher on the case.
Of course.
Oh,
No,
of course.
Phil Boucher is the serial farter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
Of
a
course his name is-
35-year-old musician, a food delivery dude who packs a black rubber pooter device. The pooter device is the farting machine.
Pooter device.
And Boucher told the newspaper, The Villager, "I've been doing it intensely for 3 years. It began almost a decade ago. He likes to menace people 5 days a week as he's delivering food." Basically, he's a crazy man.
He said he was doing it for a decade and
Yes.
then just
It
started
just came
picked it up
discovered.
intensely three years ago?
Yeah, it just got discovered.
How do you wow. There's people have too much time on their hands.
All right, so this is the time of the show when we do something called you have questions.
Yeah.
Oh, we have this.
We have it.
I thought we don't have anything.
Well,
Getting answers. Getting answers.
getting answers.
Let's play this again because it was our first graphic.
This is gonna be the
Everything we need. Getting answers. We're gonna keep playing it all day. It's the only graphic apparently we can play. All right, we're gonna be answering your immigration questions today. We got some fantastic show today. Call 1-800-529-5465, and if you are a little shy like us, you can always leave your questions on @BradShowLive on Instagram. So that will be the first place that we will be answering your social media questions in a few minutes. After @BradShowLive, we're going to go to YouTube. So if you're subscribed to YouTube, leave your questions on YouTube. We're going to be answering those immigration questions second. And then finally, we will be going to Facebook to answer those questions third. Why is Facebook third? Because Facebook screws you like the city council screws Uber. Right?
Is that going to be your
That's
favorite?
going to be my new favorite thing. All right, let's go to Fabiola in Decatur, Alabama. Fabiola.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. You?
Good. What can I do to help you?
Yes, I have a question. If I missed my interview for my green card like 5 years ago, so what do I have to do?
If you missed your interview 5 years ago, it looks like you would have to start again.
Yes.
Why did you miss your interview 5 years ago? What happened?
I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to stay.
Who sponsored
so when
you?
they sent me the interview,
Who sponsored you?
could I get this? Huh?
Who was your sponsor?
My stepdad filed for me.
Okay, where is your stepdad now?
He passed away.
Okay, now, but he filed, what did he file for you?
Should I get this?
He filed an were you under 21 or over 21 when he filed for you?
Over 21.
Okay.
He
so,
passed
all
last
right,
year.
I'm
was
sorry to
last
hear
year.
that. Do you have any other family here?
I do. I came with my mom and my brother. We
Okay.
came together.
All right,
They already have the green
Okay,
card
so-
except me.
So then what you can do is you can ask your brother or your mom to step into the shoes of your stepdad, and we can file a new adjustment interview for you and get you a new interview.
Should I again, please?
Yeah, so in other words, if your stepdad filed an I-130 visa petition for you, he filed it after you were 21, so that I-130 was obviously approved, and then at some point you waited on a waiting list to get a green card, and then when it came time for your green card, you put in an adjustment interview, you missed that interview, and now your stepdad passed away. So what happens
Right.
is there's a section of law under the Immigration Nationality Act, it's called Section 204L, and what that says is that if your stepdad passed away and your I-130 is approved and you were physically here when your stepdad passed away, a mom or a brother can step into your stepdad's shoes and complete the case. So we would just have to do the end part and reschedule you for a new interview, which would be the adjustment. So we can definitely help you. Hold on one second. Now I will say this.
Okay.
You have probably been in the United States for an extraordinarily long period of time. You waited actually for your stepdad to pass away. You could have been doing this for years. You missed your appointment because you were homeless. Obviously, you've had lots of, I don't think it's a stretch to say lots of issues and problems throughout life. Okay, right? I would guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have an opportunity. You just called into
Okay.
my show. I told you you can get a new interview. Your mom or your brother. Don't wait another decade or 15 years, God knows how long you've been here, to straighten yourself out. Because the longer you wait...
I came here in 2008
Okay.
when I was 13 years
The
old.
longer you wait to straighten yourself out, the longer your problems will multiply. So hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
We can help
Yes.
you. All right. She came in 2008, was homeless.
She really had a rough go of it.
I would say so.
Absolutely.
What is this swoosh sound I'm hearing? I'm hearing swooshes. You hear?
Oh, it's the lowest thirds, isn't it? But it's like kind of cool sounding. I kind of like the
You
sound,
like it?
honestly, because I feel like we're swift like the wind.
Like the wind.
Yeah.
Jen in New York, New York. Jen,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you,
Good,
Brad?
Good. What's going on?
All right. So I put in my adjustment of status on my application in May. I think May. Yeah. I did my fingerprinting in June, and when I tracked it online, it says that it's in status to be scheduled for an interview. Do you get an interview before your permit, or
You're not going to get an
how
interview.
does
All it's saying is that your case was completed at the National Processing Center. Now they're going to transfer it to the local office to schedule you an interview, and that's not going to be for another 6, 7, 8 months by the time they schedule you. You're going to get your work permit well before. Your interview is not happening till the winter.
so you get the work permit before?
Absolutely.
All right. So I have 3 kids back home in Jamaica. They were placed on it because my husband is a U.S. citizen.
No, they were not.
However, pardon?
They were not placed on it.
My application, right?
No, they were not placed on it. This is what happens when you do things on your own and you think things will happen. When you file an adjustment application, one of the questions on the form is, what is the name of your children? You answered that question. That in no way, shape, or form does anything to start the processing of your children coming to America.
So question, I filled out a separate application for them. So that's not considered putting them on the application?
Filing a separate I-130 visa petition is a separate filing. That's not putting them on an application.
Right, I did that.
Okay, fine.
I
Then-
did
then-
that,
then
but it
you're
was
okay.
a separate.
Right, a separate filing
Right,
fee
so-
of $535. Right, okay.
Right, I did that.
Okay.
So, right. So these American men, they do change. So, we having little issues. But if things should get sour between us, I know I need him for the application purpose to be completed. But if he decides to, what are my chances if
if he is the captain of the boat, and
Right.
he can decide to stop the case whenever he wants, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the only thing that you can do yourself, if he were to stop the case before you get your green card or your kids get their green card, is 2 things. One is divorce him and marry someone who will love you more, or if there was extreme emotional abuse or physical abuse, you can file on your own as someone who has suffered extreme emotional abuse or physical abuse.
Okay, so
Those would be
all
your
right, so
options.
one of okay, all right, and that if I file on that case before the green card, say I get the work permit, can I file?
You could always
please-
convert that case over if that's in fact what's happening.
At any time.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
All
Thank
right?
you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Let's go to Marion in Charlotte, North Carolina. Marion,
Hi, Brad.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go right to my question because I'm almost reached work. Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, I have a question for somebody who she's a green card holder, and Trump came in with this thing yesterday where if you take a sliding fee, where sometimes you don't have no health insurance, but you go to the doctor and they say you don't have to pay because there was a, they do sliding fee, right?
Right.
Can that affect your citizenship? Because he just come in with this thing that coming up October they're going to pass the law where
we don't know. All right, so let me because there's a lot of people freaking out about that with the medical and what Trump is doing. Okay, all right. There's a crazy man in the White House. His name is Stephen Miller. Nobody likes him. He's an a-hole. He's been an a-hole his entire life. He was disliked in high school. He was disliked in college. He's still disliked, except by an orange guy in the White House. Now, he's come up with this idea that President Trump, who, by the way, when President Obama was president for 8 years, was screaming and yelling that President Obama is changing immigration laws by executive order and shouldn't be allowed to do so. And here, President Trump is now going to do the same thing, but instead of helping immigrants, is going to hurt immigrants, hurt people trying to become U.S. citizens by saying if you were on the exchanges, if you got food stamps for your children, if, God forbid, you had some sort of disability and weren't able to support yourself, or God forbid, you don't make $100,000 a year and you have to go paycheck to paycheck, and sometimes the paycheck's not there, well, you know what? You don't deserve to become a citizen. Only rich people deserve to become a citizen. And you want to know, and that's what basically he's saying. And what's going to happen is, assuming, okay, this has only been reported in the news. Nobody's actually seen what they're going to do. Okay? Nobody has seen a regulation. Let me tell you how a regulation happens. A regulation happens by they have to actually put something in the Federal Register and say, this is what we plan on doing. And then they have to give a 90 or a minimum 180-day comment period for the public to speak out in favor or against this regulation. I am sure they will come out with some sort of regulation, and it may be part of what they're doing. It may be more extreme, it may be less extreme, I have no idea. Then once it comes out, it's still not going to be a law. Then there's a comment period for at least 6 months. And then after the comments are received, they have to write the regulation based on all the comments that they receive. So even if this happens, it won't be until sometime a year from now, even if it comes out in October. Then, once it comes out, or probably even before it comes out, I am sure there will be lots of middle ground, moderate, and liberal groups who support immigration, who are going to sue President Trump and his administration, just like the conservatives sued Obama when he did DACA and said he overstepped his authority as the President of the United States. And that will be tied up in court for years and years and years. And they're going to pick a jurisdiction that's favorable to immigrants, just like the conservatives picked a jurisdiction that's against immigrants with this Judge Hanson, or whatever his name is, down in Texas. So even if this happens, it will be years and years, maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years, maybe 2.5 years from now, if it ever survives a court challenge, that it actually goes into effect. So the bottom line is this. Everyone who's eligible for citizenship, go do it now. It won't affect you. Maybe 2-3 years down the line, who knows? But right now, it won't affect you.
Okay.
Got it?
So because Brad, she have an appointment to go to do some kind of, medical thing, because, it's not everybody can afford health insurance. And because of that, she's scared. You know what I mean?
Go do it. You're not going to go drop dead on the street because Donald Trump is scaring you that you may get deported. What good is being dead in America? It doesn't help you. So go get your health insurance. Go get well. Go live your life. And we'll worry about this 2-3 years down the line. My guess would be, if I had to take $1 million and bet whether this will ultimately become a law and it will ultimately become a regulation, and there will be a court that says, yes, Donald Trump made an executive order that only rich people can become citizens of the United States, my guess would be that there's very few judges that would actually buy it. But we're all jumping ahead because we don't even know what's going to be in this regulation. This is just an unsubstantiated report in the news.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So hang in there.
She don't have no health insurance, Brad. They call it, when you go to the clinic, they do like a sliding fee.
It's
so
fine.
You don't have to.
Go do it.
Yeah.
Go do it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All
But
right.
she's a green card holder. I can understand if somebody come up here on a visiting visa. I would recommend them not to do it. But she have a green card.
Of course.
And it's not like she's a food stamp now, because she don't take food stamp and those stuff. But this is have to do with health, man.
Of course.
I mean that guy is crazy.
Of course.
He's crazy.
You couldn't say it any better than me. Come do my show with me.
I'm a citizen up here for over 5 years, and I'll tell you the truth. I would never vote for that mother sucker.
The mother sucker. I'm glad you said sucker. All right, we'll try to keep this peachy. All right, I agree, Marion. Thanks for calling in. Be well.
Okay.
The mother sucker.
I liked Marion.
I won't go for that mother sucker. All right, let's go to Miley in Brooklyn. Miley.
Hi, Brad.
How you
Good
doing?
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm doing okay. Hi, Kim. How you doing? I still didn't get my cup yet.
Hello, Miley.
She didn't get her cup.
Did you send me your...
Yes, I did.
Can you slide her another DM right now on her Facebook when you get off? She'll make
Slide
sure.
up in my Belgian Kim DMs, and I'll
All
double
right.
check that your mug went out. And if it did not go out or it did not get delivered to you, I will send you.
Do you like that? I like that. I know the lingo. Like slide right in there.
Slide up in my DMs.
Slide right in the
That's
DM.
right.
You like
I do.
that, right?
Brad, you're hip.
Okay.
I never
All
question
right.
that.
Miley, what's up?
And I want to shout out to my lawyer, Emily.
Okay.
Okay. Brad, I have a question. If you're filing for somebody and your affidavit of support is not enough, how much do you need to make for a family of 7?
Family of 7? All right. Basically, the rule of thumb is this: start at $20,000 for 2, and add $4,200 for each additional family member.
Okay.
So whatever that is.
All righty. Thank
All right.
you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to tune back in now.
See you soon.
Oh.
All right, let's go to Wayne in Maple Heights, Ohio. Wayne.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good evening.
What's going on?
I use your firm to help me to get my green card.
Wonderful.
I got my green card in 2016, but in 1996 I went to the Social Security office with a fake immigration stamp in my passport. I went to the Social Security office recently and they found out.
Okay. All right. So what I would suggest you do, okay, whenever, and this goes for you and everybody, when you do something wrong that is a criminal act, you do not come on our show and admit the criminal act. Why? Because we are not having a privileged attorney-client conversation at this very moment. Now, I assume nobody knows who you are, and I assume that no one from Social Security is listening, or the federal government's not listening, but maybe the federal government is listening. I have no idea. Maybe the Social Security Administration is listening. I have no idea. Maybe your greatest enemy in the world is listening and will call the Social Security and say, Wayne just came on and admitted it. And there's nothing you can do about it. So in these situations, you say nada, nothing, nunca. And all you do is have a privileged conversation with me that whatever you say to me can't be used against you. So hold on. I'm going to have to stop this right now. Okay? Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Got it, Kim?
Got it.
Right.
Do not admit to criminal activity
on a live show because we are not having a privileged conversation.
Or on Facebook in general, even to people who you think are your friends.
Correct.
Don't do it.
You don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay? It's just nothing good comes from it.
No.
Now, that doesn't mean I'm trying to let criminals go do criminal activity, but everyone has a right to a privileged conversation with an attorney. Hello, Kim. I just robbed the bank.
I'll be right there, Brad.
Thank you. You don't say this stuff. All right. Ryan in Queens.
Hey, Brad, what's going on? I'm currently a 10-year green card holder right here in New York City, and I work for a media company within New York. And I wanted to know, since someone previously answered you answered the question that I had previously about the converting to a U.S. citizen and the proposal that is currently in progress.
Right.
I want to just move on to my second question. I have a DACA recipient in my family that wants to become a legal resident in the United States, and I wanted to know the process as what she needs to go through, if there are any options available for her to become a legal resident right here in New York.
There's no specific option for someone who has DACA. It's not like you have DACA and here's the form for the DACA recipient to fill out this form and become a green card holder. It doesn't exist. So just like anyone who needs a green card, you have to qualify somehow. Sponsored in a job, sponsored by family, getting married in a bona fide marriage, asylum, some fear of returning to your home country, investments in a business. You know, just like anybody else, you gotta fit into a category, and then we figure it out from there. So I think the first step would always be, because I don't know anything about this person, would be for them to have a consultation. We can figure out what options they have.
All right, cool. And I just have a second question to ask before I wrap it up here. Let's say that proposal that is being pushed through the White House gets confirmed, and let's just say hypothetically it gets confirmed tomorrow, and that becomes a law within the year. Are there any laws currently available that can be covered for any recipient that are filing to become citizen, that your office or any attorney office that supports immigration that can go through the entire cycle and still allow that filing applicant to still become a citizen?
Well, let me just make it clear. There's no law that's changing. What's changing is a regulation. Okay? So in other words, let me explain to you how government works. Congress passes a law. They say to become a citizen, you have to be a person of good moral character, you have to pay your taxes for 5 years, and you have to be able to read, write, and speak English. Now, I have no idea. Okay, now after they pass that, it's like a very vague law. Okay, now immigration says, okay, we have to put this into practice. What does good moral character mean? Well, good moral character means, for example, not being arrested for the last 5 years. Good moral character may mean not having any convictions. Good moral character may mean you pay your child support. These are all in regulations. Okay? Now they are changing the regulations to define what these different things that Congress means in terms of becoming a citizen and getting a green card. So, for example, Congress passes a law that says you can't become a public charge and get a green card. Well, what does that actually mean? Public charge means, the government in the future won't have to support you. So in the past, what it meant is you have to show that you can support yourself 125% above the poverty level, and then the government will assume that they won't have to support you. Now Trump is changing those regulations. He's saying, well, if you ever had low-cost health care, then you would become a public charge in the future, and therefore you would be denied maybe your green card and your citizenship or whatever else it may be. Okay, so there will be people who attack the general regulation as being unfair and capricious, and individually lawyers. So states may attack it, just like states are attacking the DACA. And let's say the states don't do it, okay? And let's say you come to me, and this is not going to be now; it's going to be 2 years from now, and we file your citizenship. And you get denied because the new regulation says, well, you're on the Obama exchange program, health exchange program, and therefore you're not eligible for citizenship. Well, what we would be doing is we would be appealing that decision right into federal court, saying the regulation is on its face unfair, capricious, and against the rules and laws that Congress passed. So so there would be individual lawsuits, and there may be lawsuits by the state attorney general, but there will be lawsuits all over the place. And that's how you do it.
Because I find this to be completely unfair, especially for someone that's in the United States that's fallen by the New York State IRS and everything like that, filing your income tax and then going by your income tax to get health insurance. Stuff like this is completely unfair.
Of course it is. And I'll say this. I would bet, $1 million that it ultimately what was reported won't actually become a regulation, but I could be wrong. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And I definitely want to thank you so much for all that you've been doing for the Jamaican community and all the Caribbean communities and any immigrant community that's trying to become legalized in the United States. You've done a great job, and I definitely want to keep you close contact. And everyone on my job kind of listens to you, and I won't say where I work, but just know that you are quite popular and you are well known in the community.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I appreciate all your nice words.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I got 9 people will vote for me for president.
You got 9
people. Yesterday somebody says I should run for president. I said I got about 9 votes so far.
Listen, this is what, day 2, day 3
day
of Brad
2020? 2020. All right. Paula in Miami, Florida. Paula.
Oh, hello?
How you doing? Whoa!
Oh,
did you just fall or did somebody stab you?
Hi, hello?
You okay?
I'm sorry. I had you on speaker.
Oh, God, it sounded like I said either she just fell downstairs or something. I didn't know there was like a loud. It was a loud scream.
Yeah.
It was a loud screech. All right, what's going on?
I want to know if I'm eligible to apply for a crewman, C1D visa, transit. If I was deported and I was given a 10-year bar, would I be able to
get the crewman's visa? No.
No?
No.
For not even a transit crew visa if I was deported?
No. Deported is deported.
Yes, given a 10-year ban and my ban.
Listen, if it was up to me, I'd give you the crewman's visa. As long as you're not violent and as long as you're not a threat to my safety, of course I would do it. But it's not me; it's the law. I'm just telling you what the law is.
Okay. So it's pointless to pay for the. So
yes.
I'm not. So
yes.
I should not.
Yes.
Okay. One last question. The reason why I got deported was because my mom was she was in prison and deported. And I lost, she was petitioning me, and I lost.
Where are you now?
I am in South America.
You're in South America. Okay, so why was your mom deported?
We indicted in the criminal doing documents. And the whole family was actually indicted, and I was indicted with basically just knowing what happened, which is this felony.
So then let me make this suggestion to you, Paula, because I'm not going to solve your problems on this show.
I know.
Have a consultation with me, and let's pull out your records and see what we can do to help you personally.
Okay.
All right? But it's not going to be the crewman's visa. All right? So hold on one second,
okay.
All right? Hold on. All right, let's go to Moya in Flushing, New York. Moya.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Moya.
I'm having a little bit of problem. I came here about 6 months ago, but when I enter, they put do not a few abbreviation in my passport. No AOS, no COS, and all of that.
Right.
However, I overstayed, obviously, and I also got married. What do you think that I could do afterwards? Should I go home just the same?
No, because if you go home, you have a 10-year bar. You should file your adjustment of status and fight it out. Basically, what they said is when you came into the airport, you were not eligible to adjust your status. And you said, okay, fine, I'll accept that. And and your position would have to be able to get your green card, that I was not coming to adjust my status. I was not coming to get my green card. I was not coming to stay. It was well after I came, 120, 180 days after I came, that I decided to overstay, get married, and get my green card. And you would just have to prove that.
They only gave me like 18 days.
Okay, so it was your intention to go home after 18 days, and something happened.
Yes,
I don't know.
It was my intention to go home after 18 days. I was supposed to go home, and I was gonna go home after 18 days, but then something happened.
We'll figure it out.
Overstay.
Okay, so yes, there's a solution. Okay, it's just about how you present it. Okay, so hold on one second.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to. This is Linval in Poughkeepsie, New York. Linval. How are you?
I'm good. I have a question. My wife is a citizen. She became a citizen to her father. However, she wants to do a filing for me. However, she doesn't have the certificate of naturalization. She has a passport, so we're wondering if to do the filing, if the passport...
You can use the passport, it's fine. The passport is proof of U.S. citizenship.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Let's go to Hassan in Buffalo, New York. Hassan.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. What can I do to help you? Up in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, I just applied green card in this year on May. It said that I kind of applied green card on in May 2018. So now it's saying that the fingerprint has been completed. So how long is step it will be going?
It's going to be 9-12 months start to finish for these adjustments now. So even though your fingerprint, so count 9 to 12 months from your initial filing.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Let's go to Lulu in College City, Arizona. Is that a place? Lulu?
Hello?
Hello, where are you, Lulu?
I'm actually in Forest City, Arkansas.
Arkansas, College City, Arkansas.
It's Forest City. I guess
Forest.
the wrong name.
Forest.
Yeah, Forest City.
Okay, because I'm like, I never heard of College City. I'm like, but that sounds like a fun place. I would love to go to College City. I'm like, wow, the whole city's a college. It would be nice.
Daytona Beach.
Yes,
is
exactly.
College
Right.
City.
Or was it Padre Island, Texas?
Right, exactly.
Right. All right. What can I do to help you?
Yes, I want to find out something. I was granted voluntary departure.
Uh-huh.
But I'm dating a U.S. citizen guy. Well, he's my boyfriend, more or less. I want to find out if we get married, will that revoke the voluntary departure?
No, you would still have. If you filed, they would deport you because you took a voluntary departure and you didn't leave, and that turns into an order of removal. So if you get married, you would still have to file an I-130, prove it's a bona fide marriage, and make a motion to reopen your removal hearing. That would be the only way you'd get a green card.
Okay.
So
can I talk to you?
Yes, you need a good lawyer. Hold on. Let's go to Brian in Sterling, Virginia. Brian. Let's go to Fabiola in Decatur, Alabama.
Hello?
Fabiola.
Yeah.
Did we speak already?
Yeah, I'm the one called earlier about the...
Yes. Wait, so hold on, because I already spoke with you, so she needs a consultation. Let's go to Dard in Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Dard.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much. I need information about the EB-5 visa, investor visa.
Okay, what information do you want?
So my question is, like, if someone is willing to invest $500,000, so is there any guarantee, like in future, he will get it back, or it's just a gamble?
Well, those are two separate things. First of all, if you're investing $500,000, it has to be in an economic development zone. But assuming you invest $500,000 in the economic development zone, and that investment causes the employment of 10 workers, which is you still have to prove. And that investment has to cause the employment of 2 workers over 2 years. To actually pay 10 workers over 2 years, even at a minimum wage, would be $500,000. So that $500,000's gone just in paying employees. Now, it all depends on what the deal is. You know, you got to be a smart businessman. Okay, I'm going to pay 10 employees $500,000 at minimum wage, because that's your $500,000 right there in an economic development zone. How am I going to make my money back? Just like anybody else who's going to invest in any business, there's no guarantee. How can anyone guarantee you? You got to be smart and say, this is a good deal, this is not a good deal.
Okay.
You understand?
And so, like, what's the usual approval date?
But by definition, your money's gone now because it's going to pay employees. Because you have to, you have to understand this. In order to, your question is, could I park $500,000 in a business and get it back after 2 years? That's not the investment visa. The investment visa is you take $500,000. It's in an economic development zone, in a high targeted economic zone. That $500,000 directly hired 10 U.S. workers. If you paid 10 U.S. workers $15 an hour, you're already gone through your $500,000. You understand what I'm saying? So now your question is, as a businessman, okay, how is this business going to make money and I'm going to get my money back? And that's a business deal. That has nothing to do with immigration.
Okay. Thank you. So my question is, like, what's the usual approval rate for this visa? Like,
I don't know what the percentage is off the top of my head. You know, it's on a case by case basis, but I don't have the actual statistic on how many get approved. I can tell you in my office we get them approved, but you know it depends on the deal.
Okay.
All right, but I don't know what the national statistic is on it. I never actually read what the number is, so I don't know. I'm sorry. All right, hold on one second.
Much, sir.
Hold on. All right, let's go to Ricardo in Brooklyn, New York. Ricardo.
Hi, good evening, sir. My name is Ricardo, as you know. What I wanted to know, like when you're filing for adjustment of status and like you have a delay, and once you go ahead and resubmit whatever they ask for, how long the process generally delay for?
Depends what the delay was for. So, so if you filed and in the initial filing, you didn't submit everything, and they send you back a letter saying please submit more. The delay is the length of time until you actually send it back. So let's say, for example, you forgot a birth certificate, or you didn't complete a form correctly, or you didn't submit some other document, and you file everything in January, and in March they send you a letter saying you're missing A, B, C, and D, and you send back A, B, C, and D April 30th, and it's received May 3rd. The delay is January to May 3rd, 4.5 months, whatever it is.
Okay, because one of the things, when I was filing for me and my daughter.
Right.
But I didn't know that I was supposed to, like, separate the package. So they sent it back, and I clarified that.
Yeah, so you got delayed at least 4 months or so, if not longer.
Oh, and then another thing, they sent back another thing saying
So guess what, Ricardo? You're not doing it right, because they're now sending back another thing. Twice now you've screwed it up. Your daughter hasn't even gotten off a home plate yet.
No, she's not in the country now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They have, and until you submit a completed application, nothing's happening with your case.
No, but because they sent me a couple of letters, everything went through and the processing, but they sent back one stuff. That was the affidavit of support, which they said.
Okay, so now this is at the National Visa Center. All I can tell you is you're answering your own question. How long of a delay because I screwed it up? The length of time it takes you to fix the problem.
Okay.
All right.
I sent that like 4 weeks ago, but I just wanted to know
So the delay is as long as it takes you to fix the problem. That's the answer.
So once the problem is fixed, like how long I could expect?
I don't know what you're doing. So I don't know where you are. I don't know what the priority date is. I don't know. Assuming that everything is completed at the National Visa Center, it should take about, and priority dates are current, it should take about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and thank you.
You're welcome. All right. It's like I got to be clairvoyant. How long will it take for my daughter to get a green card? I don't know where you are with the case. I don't know. All I know is you've been screwing it up the whole time.
I was just about to say, especially if they're getting so much trouble with it.
I don't know. Okay, let's try Ryan in Sterling, Virginia.
Hey, Brad.
How are you?
Good. Quick question.
Yes.
All right. So I'm a green card holder. I got married in 2017. I filed I-130 for my wife. She has TPS work permit right now, which expires in June 2019. So I know that it's going to take 2 years for her to get a green card. So what are her options so that she won't get out of this?
Well, if TPS is going to be over, TPS is going to be over. So she would need, she would be out of status like any other human being who's out of status, 10 million people. She would need to have a consultation with us and see what we can do to help. I don't have the answer off the top of my head that every person on TPS doesn't have one solution. We have to attack it, everybody individually, and see what they have going for her. You're in Virginia. We can definitely do a phone consultation and figure it out. So hold on one second, all right? All right. So with that being said,
That being said,
Okay, I am told that we actually may have had a fix to one of our problems.
possibly.
Possibly. A possible fix.
I know they've. Yeah.
By the way, who did I see? I think it was Lisa Bling Rose.
Uh-huh.
She likes the bling. When the guy wanted to invest the $500,000,
Yeah,
she's like, "Hey, send me the money."
She was into it.
Right?
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. It was making me laugh. I saw that. Good one. I like that.
Can we talk about how high our views are today?
No.
It's been a single shot the entire time. And we've had like 135 people watching at a time today.
We don't have to talk about it.
Hey, family.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it. So what we're going to do is we spoke with Dr. Mona Atisha yesterday. We're going to keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't speak to Mona Atisha yesterday. We did. We didn't. We did.
We may have.
We may have.
There's a possibility.
All right. So you know what? So we did speak to Mona Atisha yesterday. We wanted to finish it up, but we're going to finish it up tomorrow. Let's go to something that we call social media check-in. Let's go to something we call social media check-in. Okay. We got nothing working today.
But we're holding it down, family.
Yes.
Our first question is from Sharifa. We have no Instagram questions today.
None.
By the way.
Okay.
None. Our first question is from Sharifa. Sharifa says, how can someone adjust their status if they overstayed a visitor's visa?
How can what?
Someone adjust their status if they overstayed a visitor's visa.
How can they adjust their status? Get married. That's a good one. In a bona fide marriage.
Of course. Latifa wants to know, how can someone overcome a public charge?
Get a good affidavit of support.
My God, it's like
This is what happens on the one shot.
That's right.
Yes.
Janet Brown says, a friend is asking, what form or forms would you need to submit to change your conditional from a 2-year green card?
What forms what?
What forms do you need to submit to change your condition from a 2-year green card?
I-751.
JJ Clark said, hey Brad, how many wives can a husband sponsor? Meaning, how many times can a guy get married and then sponsor the woman that he's with?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
An unlimited amount.
Correct. As long as they're bona fide marriages.
Oscar Khan says, Mr. Bernstein, I always watch your YouTube videos. They're very great, informative. Great job. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
He says, my question is, I lived in the U.S. for 13 years. I entered legally on a visitor's visa and overstayed. I was deported with no criminal record. I had a 10-year bar outside the U.S., and now I've been outside the U.S. for more than 13 years. Now my daughter is 21, and she filed an I-130 petition for me. Am I still going to need a waiver?
How long did he overstay?
We don't know how long he overstayed. He said he had a 10-year bar, and we're at year 13 now.
No, he will not need a waiver anymore.
Man City says, what's the difference between an I-601 and an I-601A?
How much wood could a woodchuck? Now, an I-601A is the provisional waiver. That's the waiver you file here in the United States to overcome the 10-year bar if you go home and you want to get it approved prior to you leaving. The I-600 is every other waiver that you would ever need to file.
Ed says, I've got a question. We're going through the USCIS filing process. My ex-wife is an American citizen, and she was born in July, but I submitted her date of birth and selected June instead of July on all the forms I filled. From the I-130 to the DS-260, they all say June. My question is that going to affect my interview, especially now that since she is my ex and we have absolutely nothing in common? Given that he didn't know her birthday, that was probably...
This is, what is he being interviewed for?
You know, I'm not sure
because... Is it second marriage?
No, the ex-wife is the one where he messed up the date of birth.
And now what is he doing?
I don't know. He's
Can
going
you read
in
this
for an
question
interview.
again because I don't
Absolutely.
understand it.
So we're going through the USCIS filing
Who's
process.
we?
So he and his ex-wife.
Why would he be going through with it? You don't go through with it. That's why I'm confused.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm assuming, that he started the process before they were divorced, or whether maybe it's just to remove conditions.
If you're divorced and your ex-wife is filing for you, you got bigger problems than the marriage, than her date of birth, because you can't file for you anymore because she is an ex-wife. That's why I'm confused. So please clarify your question.
Clarify your question, Man City. Border Crosser says,
Border Crosser.
maybe not a great idea to have that as your YouTube channel, Border Crosser.
Yeah, let's not try to publicize that
Just
one.
say it, literally, that's his whole YouTube handle.
Yes.
I've got some questions on my Nexus card. I have an approved I-212 waiver due to abandoning removal proceedings years ago, and I'm wondering if I could still apply for the Nexus card.
I would need to look at your records and see. I don't know what your issue is.
I've never even heard of the Nexus card.
The Nexus card is just to come over for like 12 hours and return home.
Oh, but
it's like, right, like you want to come to like the wall, live on the border, and you want to come to the Walmart on the other side of the border.
I gotcha.
Right.
Oh, that's really interesting. Michael said, I received my social security number and my work permit in May, but I've been working with my brother where he paid me in cash. Do you think that's going to affect my green card interview when it comes?
Yeah, because you're not paying taxes. So let's fix your taxes.
And then you admitted to it on a Facebook Live show in the comments.
Right, you just admitted to. By the way, we're going to talk about Paul Manafort in about 2 minutes.
Right.
Okay. Paul Manafort is going to jail for doing the same exact thing that this man just admitted in a Facebook comment. I didn't pay my taxes.
Right.
And the difference is Paul Manafort's a citizen and this man wants to get a green card. And he's wondering, is he doing something wrong?
They got Al Capone on tax evasion. He killed all those people. Tax evasion.
All right, 2 or 3 more, and we're going to talk about Paul Manafort.
Fantastic. Yassine says, hey, Brad, I filed my I-751 in March of 2018. I jointly filed with my wife, and we have a baby. I did my fingerprints in April of this year, so by next March, I'm going to have my 10-year green card. Is Obamacare or Medicaid going to affect my 10-year green card by that time?
We don't know. We've talked about that a lot earlier in the show.
Andra says, hey, Brad, what are the total fees that I'll need to pay to file my green card? I presently have a current priority date.
We need more information. I don't know what he's talking about.
I know, right? If they've already filed.
Well, they filed. He has a priority date. So somebody filed for him. He has a priority date. It could be employment. It could be a family. Is he in the United States? Is he in another country?
All those things affect filing fees.
Does he have to pay a penalty fee? Does he need a waiver? I don't know. Need a lot more information.
We need way more info.
All right, so let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, hopefully this works.
Cross your fingers and your toes.
Okay. So Paul Manafort, Donald Trump's campaign manager, is on trial right now for tax fraud.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware of that?
I am.
Okay. So Manafort is facing very serious charges and a lot of jail time. He's looking at about 30 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we had Carmela, Spar and Bernstein's tax attorney and managing attorney of our tax department, along with Paul Hirsch, our managing attorney of our criminal defense department, joined us because it's a combination of a tax issue and a criminal defense issue to discuss exactly where we are in the Paul Manafort trial. Let's watch. It's possible we don't have it.
Toes crossed.
Hands. Yeah, we tried. We tried.
It was a valiant effort.
Tried. So basically, after about a 20-minute discussion, I'll give you the heads up. After a 20-minute discussion, we've all determined he's going to jail.
Guilty.
That's what you need to know. All right, let's continue.
Okay, we've got more questions.
All right.
Venus says, if I'm married, what docs am I going to need to accompany the I-864?
What documents you need to accompany?
That. So what else do you need to file other than the I-864?
3 years tax returns, a job letter, and a bank letter. That's what you need for the I-864. That's the affidavit support.
Vivian said, when should I file to remove the conditions from my husband's green card?
It's 90 days before the 2-year anniversary. The problem is this.
Tell me.
We have this one shot.
Yeah. There's no escape.
Right. Okay.
There's no escape.
What the problem is?
Tell me.
Is if we through the beauty of movie magic.
Yeah.
You only see me from here up.
Yeah.
From here down, I'm a complete mess. I'm still
Terminator.
in a cast or a brace from my hip to my ankle.
Right.
So I've been doing this thing in pain every day, but I smile.
You have. You've been powering through. It's
That's
unbelievable.
right. But I have my leg up on this ottoman that we rolled in that nobody sees.
Correct.
And it's all facing this way.
Yep.
Yet, the only camera that is usable today
this way.
is that way. So I'm like twisting my entire body over to look straight in the camera. So not only is my leg hurting me now, my back is also.
my God.
Poor Brad.
Brad, this shot is going to kill you.
Yes.
Oh my
The
God.
show is down. It's going down.
It's going down
It's
in
going
flames.
All right. All right.
But I feel like we've been holding down the fort.
We've been holding down the fort.
It's incredible how many questions you answered.
Yes.
I got more for you.
All right. Let's continue.
Okay. This is OG Brad Show Live.
Yes.
Vivian said, you said 90 days before the expiration, right? Asset says, Brad, what if a husband got laid off just as he was getting ready to file for his wife? He's also a veteran. What can he do?
You still file for your wife. You can get an affidavit of support from a second person.
David Gabriel said, Kim, ask Brad for me. Can someone get married over the phone?
No, not in America.
I asked him if he was proposing to
That
me.
is
He
not
said no.
That is not a civil marriage. You have to be in the same spot.
Room together.
By the way,
Yeah.
Velma Gale says, I need okra.
You need
What is
okra
okra?
punch. Wait,
Okra punch. I thought I needed wetback.
what the strong
Back. Wetback, strong back. I think I need some strong back.
You need strong back.
Where are these strong back recipes, Kim? When you need the goddamn strong back, you don't have it for
I
me
don't
today.
know if the strong back is what's going to help you
Oh,
in this
yes.
to be around.
Yes,
It's
because
not-
I only have one good leg, and the strong back will give me two good legs.
Oh, no.
Welcome back to
Bradshaw Live After Dark.
Bradshaw Live After Dark, right?
That's actually what our YouTube specialty is. We're finally making After Dark happen.
Right. We will. That's why I said it will be an intimate look at Bradshaw, only on YouTube. So please make sure you like and follow us. We have about another 10 minutes or so left of questions.
Yep.
And then we are going to fix Brad's back,
his
leg, our equipment.
Call a chiropractor,
an engineer, a doctor,
a rocket scientist. We need it all.
And somebody with a strong back recipe. We need all five.
Strong back recipe. Tamika is in there. Don't
That's
you worry.
right.
She'll be knocking down our door.
Right. Strong back will leave you with nothing,
Okra
Brad.
punch is strong back.
I said.
It's strong back.
And Jealous Sean is laughing
I
like
love
Brad's
that.
asking for wetback.
So terrible. Lisa Bling also said, Brad, please spin the wheel tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to have to spin
We're
something.
going to have to spin just to spin you guys.
Spin to win something.
That's what we should have busted out the wheel and the drum and
Yeah.
just been like playing with them the whole time.
All right. So, Bino Lisa.
Bino Lisa.
Bino
yeah.
Lisa wants to know what is in the strong back, what is happening here. So why don't you fill everybody in?
So
about 2 months ago, right?
About 2 months ago,
Right.
our Brad Squad started to say that our two male hosts should drink Strongback, but that they can't handle it. Cordella was making Strongback, and they were telling us no one can
And the
handle it.
Strongback is basically, from what I understand, a natural Viagra.
Exactly.
So one of the jokes going back about 2 months when Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias came on, I don't remember, we do so many episodes, I don't even remember which episode it was. So if you asked me which day to go back and look and what were we talking about,
no clue.
I don't remember anymore because we do so much every day. We do over 2 hours of live show every day. We've been doing this now 9-10 months. So I don't remember exactly the day, but there was a day when the Brad Squad was trying to convince both Jonathan Yo-Yo Elias and myself to drink Strongback.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going through all the reasons why we should do it, and it turned out that it's it's a punch that's made in Jamaica with different ingredients. And there's a special ingredient.
There is.
And apparently it is a natural Viagra. So instead of popping a pill, you drink the punch, and you're good to go for at least 4 hours. So
after which you call a doctor.
Or right, and after 4 hours you call a doctor. I had too much strong back. So that was one of our running jokes for a while back over the winter.
Yeah.
And then we forgot about strong back for a while.
Oh, we haven't forgotten.
I forgot about it.
We're waiting.
Okay. So
We're gonna
maybe
make
what
it.
we should do, Kim.
Oh no.
All right, is maybe one day we'll have a share game.
Uh-huh.
And if we reach the amount of shares,
we'll make strong back.
We're gonna make strong back live here.
That's a good one.
And then we'll see what happens with me and Jonathan.
Right.
You're in the middle between us, Kim.
That's so happy. That's fantastic. There's nothing I would rather be than testosterone-fueled men.
Kim is like, wait a second, this doesn't sound right for me here.
When are salary negotiations happening? Because this is not in the original job description.
That is correct.
No, so we're going to definitely make it. We're going to have a little magic bullet, but that is going to be a share
game. So maybe we'll do that. So that's what the whole strong back thing is. All right.
Absolutely.
So we have about 5 minutes to go in our show.
Great.
Let's go quickly through any more immigration questions.
Great. We've got Sharon who says, hey, Brad, happy to have you back. I'm asking for a friend. She overstayed on her visa, and someone called immigration on her, and they locked her up 3 months ago now. What's going to happen next?
Hopefully she gets a hearing date. They're not scheduling hearing dates. People are being locked up without hearing dates. It's a problem across the board right now.
How is that legal?
It's not.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Bongo wants to know, my friend entered the country illegally 20 years ago. He has a daughter that's an American citizen that's 13 years old. His father is in the country as a green card holder. Is there anything that can be done to adjust his status?
Well, the father would have to start filing for him, but it's going to take a long time before he's eligible to adjust.
Amanda'd like some information on the I-360. How far are they in the processing right now?
That's the VAWA cases generally. Sometimes I-360s are also religious workers, or also I-360s are used for special juvenile immigrants. So it's a lot of different cases on the I-360, but for the VAWA cases, which is the vast majority of the I-360s, they're pushing back almost close to 2 years now.
Candy Lopez says, I got approved for a visa. How do we share extreme hardship? How do we show? I'm assuming that's show.
How do you show extreme hardship?
I'm assuming it's how do you show extreme
hardship? You would need to, there's no one piece of thing to show. There's no one fact to show. The facts are the facts of your life. And then you would need a lawyer to interview you, interview everyone who is around you, and then determine what are the greatest factors and facts towards your extreme hardship, and then be able to argue it and show immigration this is not a regular hardship. This is an unusual and extreme hardship. But there's no one thing.
Okay.
Right. It's facts specific.
It's got to be an overarching.
Correct. Right.
Dwight says, Brad, I didn't get my 10-year green card as of yet. October is going to be my 5-year anniversary. I divorced my wife and I went in for the interview already. I'm waiting for a response from immigration. Could I just bypass the 10-year and file for citizenship?
If you've been a resident for more than 3 years and you're in a bona fide marriage with your wife, absolutely.
Now, he and his wife have since gotten divorced.
Then you can't.
Renice says, I've got a friend who's going for an interview and she did not do her fingerprints yet. Do you think they're going to grant her the green card?
No, they're going to have her fingerprints after.
Ed gave us a follow-up. He was talking about the ex-wife filing for him, and we were like, no.
Right.
He said, no, that's not correct.
Okay.
My ex-wife and I are divorced. She didn't file a petition at all. And I met my new wife. There is a new wife. You were right. Always right.
And they put bad information about the ex-wife.
Exactly.
So you fix it at the interview, and you go in the interview and say, I put down June, and I just found out that my ex-wife's birthday is July. I want to fix it.
Emperor Sode says, if you have 2 illegal entries, can you ever file for a green card again?
Not for 20 years.
Ayuk says, I've got a concern. My cousin moved to the U.S. last year with her husband after winning the DV lottery. The problem now is due to the fact that she played alone before getting married and financial difficulties. They did not declare that they had kids because at that point she didn't. How did they go about bringing their kids here?
You got a big problem. You committed a fraud. Why don't, don't admit this stuff on, it's a fraud.
No, she's saying that when she first applied for the lottery, she wasn't married and did not have kids. And then by the time she got it...
But did she tell the embassy she had kids? If she told the embassy she had kids, when she had kids, there were kids that were alive. She goes to the embassy to get a visa. Hopefully she told the embassy, there's kids.
By the way, I got
some kids now. Okay? Now, the DV lottery's passed. You would have to file I-130s, but you're going to have a problem if you never told the embassy about your children.
Gotcha. Shango says, if your case is for expedited EAD has been assigned to an officer for response, does it mean that you're going to have your EAD expedited?
Sounds that way to me, right?
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
If you've got an expedited case that just got an officer.
Yes.
Sounds pretty expedited to me.
Correct.
Joel says, there was a restraining order issued against me in 2009, but it was dropped by a court in 2014. I never violated the order, but is that going to affect my green card renewal process, which is due early next year?
No, but it would affect your citizenship, so you wouldn't be able to do citizenship till 2019.
And that's perfect timing, because that's all we got.
That's all we got. All right, so we have one call. Let's take that call.
Okay.
Jamie in Roselle, New Jersey.
Hi, Brad.
How you doing?
Good, good. I just heard someone say something the same way. I don't know if it's my friend text. Actually, my friend has married. They've been together for 4 years, but he has 2 years green card. And he just sent the paper right now to renew his green card. He's passing fingerprint, but the relationship with his wife not really getting well. So he don't want to get divorced, or he asks if he should divorce her, he's still gonna get the green card, or he should go with the interview by himself.
You have two options. You can show up with your wife and prove it's a real marriage today. You live together.
Yeah, not me.
Okay, or not you or whoever it is, or you get divorced and prove it was a real marriage back in the day, but it's not a real marriage today, meaning you're not living together anymore. So if he's not with his wife, you get divorced.
If she say she's not gonna go to the interview,
then you get
he's
divorced.
in trouble.
Then you get divorced.
Oh, get the divorce.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
I gotcha.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Kimmy, Kim.
All right.
Do we have drum roll?
I can make a
There's
drum roll.
no drum roll,
I can
Kim.
make a drum roll.
We don't have a drum roll. Okay. Obviously, we didn't pay the bills today. They took the drums away in the control room.
I was going to say our whole percussion
Jill's like, someone stole our drums back here.
Oh my God, we really need to keep it locked up.
All right, so what is our comments of the day?
So our comment of the day is from Reginald Amata. And Reginald Amata say, hey everyone, don't forget to keep me in your prayers because my citizenship interview is coming up.
All right,
Thanks.
good luck,
It's
Reginald.
happening August 28th.
Good luck. Hopefully all goes well with you. But if not, you always know there's a good lawyer here. All right, and do we have a conclusion to this show? We do not have a conclusion to the show. So I will have to say goodbye to everybody right now. And I do have to remind everybody that this has been an attorney advertisement, because we have to say that. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. However, if you do want to reach my law office for any reason, the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, you can give us a call at 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Unfortunately, we have lots of equipment issues today, but we were able to at least turn on the machines to come to you. Hopefully, we're all resolved tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some strong back here. Because if we're not resolved tomorrow, we're definitely going to need some strong back.
We're definitely going to need it.
And we're going to say goodbye to everybody and shut this stuff off and hopefully get under the hood and fix this for tomorrow.
Right.
We'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.